Hey, I'm Captain Steve Chaconis. So one of the newest crazes out there, it's been around for a while, but everybody's starting to get their mind around the Neko rig. And the Neko rig it's not much. It's basically some kind of rubber band with a weedless hook, a weight, some kind of soft plastic, and you tie the line here and you kind of drag. I'm going to do a video on how to fish this thing. But now we're going to talk about how to rig it and how to save money, because you don't want to be buying all that Japanese stuff that's going to cost you a fortune. Everything from making a weedless hook, everything to make this rubber band that goes around the center, including the weight that goes here in the bottom. Now, we're going to start off by talking about how to make that weight. The first thing I do is I take this wire, and it's a wire that's made from that they usually use in some kind of florist shop or something like. It's 20 gauge wire, comes with a spool. You buy this and you end up with a whole bunch of it. And I cut 2-inch pieces, just 2-inch pieces. I bend the notch at the end. It makes it hold in the mold better. The molds I'm going to use, you probably got them lying around. These are just plain old jig molds, and you can get them anywhere. This one is a 1/4 ounce. I use a 1/4 and I use an 1/8 for my Neko rigs. Now, I'm going to show you what this is going to end up looking like. It's going to end up looking like this, where we're going to have a weight with a corkscrew on the end. And we're going to show you how to make this thing. All right, first thing, get your wire, put it in the mold, and I usually start it just like if I was putting a hook in here, and I put it in where the hook would be, and that's what it looks like. Just put it in there. You close the mold with all these things lined up, and then you pour the lead in. And when you pour the lead in, of course, you got to be careful. Now you're going to end up with a mold that comes out like this, where all of your pieces now have wires sticking out of them, okay? And the wires are sticking out, and there's your lead. Now, once you do that, you separate it from all that other lead, and now you got a piece like this. It's got the wire on the end of it, just like that. Now I'm going to powder coat it, and powder coating is pretty simple. I use this stuff from Jan's Netcraft. It's called Stardust, and I get it at Jan's Netcraft. It works really good. I just shake up the bottle, and then I heat up the lead, and I dip it in. And after I dip it in, it gets the powder coat on it, and it's powder coat. I don't worry about polishing or putting the powder coat on this end. I just want it on the end. Then once I get it there, then I take a nail, and you can judge by the size of the nail how you want to do it. I take a nail, and I take this wire, and I twist it around that nail. I just twist it around, and it's making my corkscrew. Then, with the help of some pliers, I'll pull this nail out of this little thing. I'll straighten it out, and the very end, I will take the pliers and make a point out of it. Okay, so now I've got a weight that will go into this Neko rig, and it can go in any way that you want, but you can put it in like this. You screw it in however you like to do it. And I'll put a dab of super glue on this thing too, and it will never come out. So you can screw it all the way in. And the reason I like it, a lot of guys will put like a nail weight in there, but I like this when it bounces on the bottom. It bumps into rocks and stuff, and this will not come out. And with a drop of super glue, you're definitely sure it will not come out. Now, coming up next, we're going to talk about those rubber bands. We're also going to talk about the hook, how to make a weedless hook so it'll work this whole thing together.